Hello everybody, did back in another video. Oh boy, Carlos Alcaraz has just defeated Novak Djokovic in 3 sets, in straight sets, 6-4, 7-6, won the second set tiebreak 7-4, and won the third set 6-2. After 2 hours and 25 minutes, Carlos Alcaraz is through to his 7th Grand Slam final. Carlos Alcaraz is through to his 2nd US Open final. First one in 3 years. Last time he played a US Open final was 2022, where he won his first Grand Slam title back in 2022 against Casper Ruud in 4 sets. Now Carlos Alcaraz is back to his 2nd US Open final 3 years later here in 2025. Carlos Alcaraz is now through to his 8th consecutive final in this 2025 season, going back to Monte Carlo in April. And now Carlos Alcaraz has become the fifth player in the Open era where he has reached 7 Grand Slam finals before turning 23 years old. Those 4 other players are Björn Borg, Mats Wilander, Rafael Nadal, Jim Courier, and now Carlos Alcaraz is the 5th one to reach a 7th Grand Slam final before turning 23 years old. Yeah, this was not any close match, to say the least. Like the scoreline is telling, 3-0 to Carlos Alcaraz. I thought that maybe Novak will take 1 set before this match started. I predicted that Carlos will win this one in 4 sets, but Novak Djokovic was not able to win even 1 set. And this is how this should be. Carlos Alcaraz is maybe in his prime of his career. Carlos Alcaraz is maybe in his peak of his career. Novak Djokovic is not in his peak of his career. Novak Djokovic is not in his prime of his career. Novak Djokovic has already done tremendously good effort to come and face Carlos Alcaraz in the semifinals. Novak Djokovic has already done tremendously good job to win 5 matches without going 5 sets in any of them. He won all of those 5 matches in straight sets or 4 sets. But it is another story defeating Struff, defeating Cam Norrie, defeating Taylor Fritz. Those are from the 19th generation players. And we all know that players that are born in the 19th generation, that is the lost generation. We have talked about this. I have talked about this many years now. Alcaraz and Sinner, they are not players from the 19-born generations. They are generational talents. They are beasts, both Alcaraz and Sinner. And I know some of you will say, but Alcaraz has just defeated a player who is 16 years older than him. Yeah, I know, that's true. Alcaraz has defeated that kind of a player who is 16 years older than him. Yes, but this player that is 16 years older than Alcaraz has already defeated Alcaraz 5 times. And is a 24-time Grand Slam champion, and has been world number 1 for 428 weeks, and has won 40 Master 1000 titles, and has won the year-end championship 7 times, and has ended the year as world number 1 8 times. This is the greatest tennis player of all time, Novak Djokovic. This is not any regular dude we are talking about. But Father Time catches up with everybody. And Father Time has, of course, catched up with Novak. But Novak should have all the respect. He is unbelievable tennis player. Of course, the greatest tennis player of all time. So he is, even though he's in a decline, of course he's in a decline. Of course. not a huge decline. He's not collapsed like Medvedev and Tsitsipas has done, to mention some, but he's in a decline. But his decline is not huge. He's not collapsing. He's still the third best player in the world. I had Novak as my third favorite at Australian Open. He proved me right. I had Novak as my third favorite at French Open. He proved me right. I had Novak as my third favorite at Wimbledon. He proved me right. I had Novak as my third favorite here at US Open. He proved me right. But he cannot do anything to Alcaraz and Sinner. Yeah, he defeated Alcaraz 8-9 months ago at that Australian Open quarterfinal match. But I told you a couple of days ago, didn't I say to you guys that it is a different Alcaraz now? He is more consistent. He is more ruthless. He is more focused. And it is a different Novak as well. Some of you were laughing at me and said, yeah, how can you say that Novak is worse 8-9 months later? Every single day that goes by, Novak doesn't get better. Every single day. Every single day. Novak doesn't get better. He just gets worse. 8-9 months ago, he defeats Carlos Alcaraz at that Australian Open quarterfinal match in 4 sets. He played better in that match, even though he was not 100% healthy. We all know that he had health issues during that match. Despite that, he defeats Alcaraz in 4 sets. It was not like Alcaraz defeated himself in that quarterfinal match at Australian Open earlier this year. No, just Alcaraz, for God's sake, did 50 winners in that match, 40 on Fusteros. He does 10 more wins than Fusteros. That is not a player who defeated himself. But Djokovic did an unbelievable match. He served great. He returned unbelievably good. He closed the Fusteros store in that match. He won 58% behind his second serve in that match with Alcaraz in Australian Open, in that quarterfinal match. 58% he won behind his second serve. He does 31 winners, 27 on Fusteros. In 4 sets, he does only 27 on Fusteros and does 31 winners. That is great stuff for Novak Djokovic against a quality opponent like Alcaraz. Alcaraz won only 33% behind his second serve in that match. Why? Because Novak was killing his second serves. And Novak was dominating the baseline rallies. Novak broke Alcaraz's serve in that match 6 times out of 13 breakpoint opportunities that he had. 6 freaking times! Alcaraz broke Novak's serve in that match 4 times out of 11 breakpoint opportunities that he had. Alcaraz won in that match only 67% behind his first serve. Only 67%. Novak won 63% behind his first serve. So Alcaraz won slightly more points behind his first serve than Novak. But the huge difference was Novak won 58% behind his second serve in that match. And Alcaraz won only 33% behind his second serve in that match at Australian Open. And I knew that this time around, Alcaraz will not win 33% behind his second serve. Absolutely not. No way in hell that Alcaraz will win 33% behind his second serve. No way in hell. I knew that he will improve that stat tremendously better. He will do tremendously better in winning points behind his second serve. I knew that coming into this fight, coming into this semifinal. I knew that. Why did I knew that? I knew that because Alcaraz is better 8-9 months later. Novak is worse 8-9 months later. And that's why you get this result, straight set victory to Alcaraz. I will come to the stats about this match. I will do that. And in that Australian Open match 8-9 months ago, Alcaraz was serving 74% first serve in. He had unbelievable high of first percentages, serves. 74% Alcaraz served in that quarterfinal match at Australian Open 8-9 months ago. and Novak was serving 63%. All right, enough about that. Now we talk about this match. How was this match? We look at Alcaraz stats first. Alcaraz does 7 aces, 2 double faults. He lands 56% first serves in. Not crazy high percentage of first serves. Much lower than he did in that Australian Open quarterfinal match 8-9 months ago. Doesn't matter. He wins 84% in his first serve. Why? Because he does an unbelievable, great serve plus game. Alcaraz's first strike tennis is really good in this match. Much better than it was 8-9 months ago. That's why he wins 84% behind his first serve in this match. Compare that the match 8-9 months ago where he won only 67% behind his first serve. Alcaraz won 54% behind his second serve. 54%. Much better than he did 8-9 months ago when he won only 33% behind his second serve. Alcaraz broke Novak's serve 4 times out of 7 breakpoint opportunities that he had the entire match. Exactly as many times as he actually broke Novak's serve in that Australian Open quarterfinal match 8-9 months ago. He also broke Novak's serve 4 times in that match as well. He did the same in this match. He broke Novak's serve 4 times as well here out of 7 breakpoint opportunities. Out of 7 breakpoint opportunities that he had. And all in all, Alcaraz did 31 winners and 30 unforced errors. So he does 1 more winner than unforced error. And all in all, in the entire match, Alcaraz won 101 points. How are Novak's stats? Novak does 4 aces, 5 double faults. He lands 60% first serves in. He won 66% when his first serve. He won 49% when his second serve. So you can already see there that he does much worse here with winning 49% when his second serve than he did the last time he faced Alcaraz when he won 58% when his second serve in that Australian Open match. Why? Because this time around, Alcaraz was much better than Djokovic from the baseline. That is the indicator, that is the proof when you win more points behind your second serve than your opponent, which Djokovic did in that match at Australian Open 8-9 months ago, but not this time around. Djokovic won 49% behind his second serve. Alcaraz won 54% behind his second serve. And Novak broke Alcaraz's serve only once the entire match. He actually created only one breakpoint opportunity, which was in that second game of the second set. And that only one he created, he converted. That's it. He didn't create any more than that. And he didn't break Alcaraz's serve more than that. Compare that with the last match they faced each other 8-9 months ago, where he created 13 freaking breakpoint opportunities. 13! And he converted in 6 of them. He broke Alcaraz's serve 6 times last time he faced Alcaraz in that Australian Open quarterfinal match earlier this year. This time around, he created only one breakpoint opportunity and he breaks only once. Why? Because Alcaraz is serving much better now than he did 8-9 months ago, and Djokovic is returning much worse now than he did 8-9 months ago. There you have the answer. Alcaraz is serving better, and Alcaraz is also returning better in this match than he did 8-9 months ago. And that's why Alcaraz protected his serve much better this time around than he did 8-9 months ago. Anyway, Novak broke Alcaraz's serve in this match only once. And Novak, all in all, does only 15 winners and 30 unforced errors the entire match. 15 more unforced errors than winners. And the entire match, Novak won 81 points. All in all, Alcaraz won 101 points. So Alcaraz wins 20 more points than Novak Djokovic the entire match. So, there you have it. Alcaraz won this match because he was much better than Djokovic in all area of the game. He was serving better than Djokovic. He was returning better than Djokovic. He was handling baseline game better than Djokovic. He was winning the longer rallies, the majority of the longer rallies than Djokovic. He was winning you know what? I'm not even seeing the rally lengths, the stats, but I'm pretty confident that Alcaraz has won the short rally lengths, Alcaraz has won the middle rally lengths, and Alcaraz has won the 9+ shot rally lengths. I'm pretty confident that he has won the all category of the rally lengths. The short rally lengths, the middle rally lengths, and the 9+ shot rally lengths. He has won them all. Why? Because he was much better than his opponent. And he should be. It is a miracle that Djokovic has already defeated Alcaraz 5 times. This elite of a player who will go down when his career is over as one of the greatest tennis players of all time, if not the greatest tennis player of all time. It is a miracle that Novak has already beaten him 5 times. And some of those matches has been big ones, like that Olympic gold final match last year, where he defeats Alcaraz in straight sets, 7-6, 7-6, and doesn't get his serve broken once the entire match. He didn't broke Alcaraz's serve as well, so we didn't see any break of serves in that Olympic final match last year. But Djokovic outclutched Alcaraz in those 2 tie breaks, and he also won that epic Cincinnati final 2023. To mention 2 big finals that Djokovic has defeated Carlos Alcaraz. When we talk about finals, and we talk about semifinals, then he has defeated, of course, Alcaraz in that semifinal French Open 2023 in 4 sets 2 years ago, and then in that ATP Tour Finals 2023 as well, in the semifinal, Novak defeated Alcaraz in straight sets. And then the 5th time Djokovic defeated Alcaraz was latest time they faced each other before this semifinal here at the US Open, which was that Asal Open quarterfinal match. Those are the 5 times that Djokovic has defeated Carlos Alcaraz, which is unbelievable impressive. Which is really impressive that he has defeated Alcaraz so many times, considering how late in his career Novak Djokovic is. And I will say it right now, right here. You have heard it from me first. All right? Novak Djokovic will never, ever defeat Carlos Alcaraz more in a best-of-5 set match. Yeah, you have heard it from me first. I will not say those words when it comes to the best-of-3 sets. Best-of-3 sets, I will not say he will never defeat him again, because he can do it in best-of-3 sets. I will not completely write him off when it comes to defeating Carlos Alcaraz in best-of-3 sets. But when it comes to best-of-5 sets, which is in the majors, Novak will never defeat Carlos Alcaraz ever again. When it comes to Sinner, Djokovic will never, ever defeat Jannik Sinner again. No matter if it is 5 sets or if it is 3 sets. You have heard it from me, all right? Because back-to-back, I have said it already 1-2 years ago, that Djokovic will never defeat Alcaraz and Sinner back-to-back in best-of-5 set matches. He has done it only once, and that was in best-of-3 set matches, which was in that 2023 ATP Tour Finals in Turin, where he defeated Carlos Alcaraz in the semifinal and then Sinner in the final. But that was 2 years ago. Djokovic is older now and slower and weaker, and Sinner and Alcaraz are also older, of course, but they are in their prime. Both of them are in the peak of their careers, both Sinner and Alcaraz. Djokovic is for sure not in the peak of the career. So this was expected outcome. I thought that Novak would take at least 1 set, but he didn't manage to do that as well. He was a break up in the 2nd set when he broke Alcaraz's serve for the first time and only time of the match in the second game of the 2nd set, and was up 3-love in the lead, and then Alcaraz made it to 1-3, and then Novak, and then in that fifth game of the second set, Alcaraz broke back to 2-3, and after that, we didn't see any breaks of serve in that second set, and then they went toe-to-toe with each other and went to that tiebreak, and in that tiebreak, Alcaraz was up in that lead all the time and won that second set tiebreak 7-4. So Novak really never had a chance here. He really never had a chance. Alcaraz was untouchable on serve. Alcaraz was holding his service games pretty comfortably because he won them pretty comfortably. He was never in danger in his service games. That's why Novak only creates one break-point opportunity in the entire match. Novak couldn't hold his serve as easily. He got his serve broken 4 times, but even other games when he didn't get his serve broken, he was not holding serve as easily like Alcaraz was doing. It was not. And that is the reason for that is because Alcaraz has such great returns and Alcaraz has such great baseline game that he can take his teeth into Novak's service games much more than what Novak can take his teeth into Alcaraz's service games. That is the reason why Alcaraz was holding his serve much easier than what Djokovic could hold his serve. So that's it. What will happen for Novak now? Novak doesn't believe he will win Grand Slam titles as long as he faces Alcaraz and Sinner back to back. He's not stupid. Novak has an unbelievable high tennis IQ. Of course he knows tennis much more than me and you guys who are watching this video. He's not stupid, but he knows that he's still good of a tennis player who is not losing against other dudes, at least when it comes to slams, besides Sinner and Alcaraz. So he's hoping for a miracle. He's hoping that if somehow these two can get defeated from other players, then I have my golden opportunity to win that bloody 25th Grand Slam title. He's not believing that he can win his 25th Grand Slam title as long as he's facing Alcaraz and Sinner. I can see that in his eyes. I could see that when after his match against Taylor Fritz, in his interviews, he's not super happy. I have watched Novak Djokovic play tennis for over 20 years. I have watched Novak Djokovic getting interviewed for over 20 years. I know how he speaks when it comes into semifinals in Grand Slams. The same thing happened at French Open when he defeats Zverev after that quarterfinal match. He was not super thrilled in facing Jannik Sinner in the semifinal at French Open. He was not super thrilled. He was not super happy. Why? Because he knows that he will not win the majors as long as he's facing Alcaraz and Sinner back to back, or Sinner and Alcaraz back to back. You name it, baby. He's continuing to play tennis. He just hopes he will get a miracle. He hopes that somehow one of these two gets upset. The best scenario is if both of them gets upset, and then if I play my card right, I have a chance to win this bloody thing for the 25th time. But when he faces these two, he knows that it is game over. He knows that. He lost his straight sets in that French Open semifinal against Jannik Sinner. He lost his straight sets in that semifinal at Wimbledon against Jannik Sinner. And he's losing his straight sets against Alcaraz in this semifinal at US Open. He's not even close in winning these semifinals. I will not count that against Zverev because that match never finished. They played only one set and then Novak was forced to pull out because of injury. But the other 3 semifinals that he has played without retiring from injury, he has lost them in straight sets. 2 against Sinner, French Open and Wimbledon, and now against Alcaraz here at US Open. And are we surprised? Of course not. The dude is 16 years older than Alcaraz. The dude is 14 years older than Sinner. The age is not only a number, for God's sake. Father Time catches up with everybody. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, next time. Peace!